Hello, and thank you everyone for joining me today on the benchmarking tool. I'm going to walk through an example on how to quickly build a benchmark. You can see here the first step is you actually put in the company name of who you want to build the benchmark for. Now, if I want, I can choose if the company data should be all types of companies, if it should just be for public or private. I can choose and designate that here. The next step is to choose which industry you want to do a benchmark for. So we use 2 to 3 digit NAICS codes. If I choose, let's say, manufacturing, for example, and maybe I want to do both food manufacturing and apparel, even though they're pretty different, I can turn them on and off in the next step to see how my lines of coverage that I'm going to use differentiate. So if I click Add Analysis, the first filters for the benchmarking is choosing the revenue range of the size of companies that I want to do a benchmark for. If I did less than 25 million, I could do any one of the predefined filters or a custom range. I'm going to choose less than 25 mil. These are the types of coverage that we can build a benchmark for, anything from cyber, liability, so think umbrella and GL, that's what would live under here, auto. Your D&O and EPLI would be under management liability. And then at the bottom, we have property, professional, and workers' comp. For example, I'm just going to use a basic GL policy and click Save. So if I click Save and continue to the next step, this benchmark that I just built is using both of these industries. Now I could toggle them on and off here and choose how I want the benchmark to look based on one industry or the other. We do this with the intention that if you were showing this to the insured, you could add and change things on the fly. It's that easy to use. For example, if I wanted to see how the $2 million median limit of food manufacturing companies for a GL policy compares to my client, I could click these 3 little dots, click Edit, and then I can put in my limit. Let's say my client typically buys $1 million limit for that type of policy. It changes the output a little bit, and we do some calculations telling them, well, you might be underinsured compared to your peers, but based on our loss data, you're 75% adequate coverage. If I click on these bars, these are actual companies within the same industry that I've had a loss event. If I wanted to include these on the reports, all I'd have to do is keep them selected. Maybe I didn't want this one for New York 1 because it's a little bit long with the case write-up, so I exit out. But down here at the bottom, you'll see that premium, limit, and retention. These are the charts you will get when you create a benchmark with that relevant loss detail. Now I've already created a report. So once you download a report, it'll give you a table of contents and kind of a rundown of the different lines of coverage for what market that you selected. I thank you for listening to me today and giving me the opportunity to highlight some quick introductions within the benchmarking, and I look forward to talking